Welcome to the High School Huddle. My name is Brandon Chatmon. I'm joined by Justin Harper. He's one of the lead prep writers for the Oklahoman. And Justin covers soccer in the spring, so let's discuss what's happened around the city thus far this season. Justin, on the boys' side, who are some of the teams to keep an eye on?
It's not much different than it's been in the past. It's Norman North and Putnam City North. The season is sort of just now getting rolling because of spring break and because of the rain, so they haven't played many games or any tournaments yet, hardly. But Putnam City North is 7-0, Norman North is 5-0. Norman North's ranked number 1, and they're on a roll. They beat the defending state champions, Edmond Memorial, 3-0. So they're the team to beat right now. And then, of course, Jinx and Tulsa Union are always good, but for around here, the main emphasis right now is Putnam North and Norman North in big school. And then the surprise team so far in 5A, or for any class really, is Northwest Classen, a school that doesn't have a whole lot of success athletically, and they're having a great boys soccer season. They're 8-0, so that's the big surprise of the season, and it's kind of nice to see them do well.
Well, who are some of the players on the boys' side to kind of keep an eye on?
Well, Norman North probably has the best offensive and defensive player at their position in Jack Coleman, who's just a sophomore. He's a midfielder forward, and he was on the first team Oklahoman All-City team last year as a freshman. He's terrific. He's on the national team. He practices with the national pool team. Kalen Ryden is the defender. He's a senior. He's basically, defenders don't get a lot of credit in soccer. If there's a shutout, it goes to the goalie, they say. But Kalen's just like a wall back there. Nobody can get by him, and if they can, he directs everyone else away to get in front of the ball. I mean, he's smart, and he's big, and he's good. So, but those are probably the best two as far as a 1-2 player. But there's also good players for Santa Fe South and Capitol Hill and Chickasha, as usual, on the smaller level.
Okay. Well, on the girls' side, which teams would you say are the teams that are going to be competing for championships?
Well, that's just like New Year, same story. Edmond North and Tulsa Union, only it wasn't supposed to be that way this year. Those two teams have played in the state final 3 consecutive years. But last year, Edmond North lost practically everybody. Most of their good players were seniors. They had on our Oklahoman All-City team, they had the offensive and defensive player of the year. They're both gone. And their leading scorer that's coming back moved to Texas. So all of a sudden, they're down to a very young team. And what do? They plug in 5 freshmen to their starting lineup, and they're 7-0. So they're just rolling along. And Brittany Dyke is one of the players who she's just a freshman, but she leads the team in goals, and she may lead the whole city in goals at this point, but all the stats aren't in because of the sporadic season. But yeah, Edmond North, Tulsa Union are clearly a notch above everyone else. And then in the smaller schools, Heritage Hall is good again with Taylor Robinson, and I think they're the team to beat there.
Okay. Well, it sounds like Brittany Dyke is a player to keep an eye on, or there's some other players that you like to watch.
Yeah, and again, you have to go to one team sort of for that. It's Mustang has both a great duo of players in Abby Hodgins and Bailey Boulware. They're 2 of the top scorers. If they didn't have each other to compete with, so to speak, in goals, they'd probably each be pushing 10 already. Instead, they're splitting it up a little bit, and they even have a third player that scores a lot of goals. So, and then you have at Norman, Jordan Sparks, and then at Edmond North, they have 3 other freshmen other than Brittany Dyke that are scoring well. So it's a bunch of young kids.
Okay. Well, obviously the season's starting to turn up a little bit. Games are getting better and better. So which games are you looking forward to, both on the boys and girls side, that are coming up?
Well, just tomorrow already we have a really good one. Chickasha, which is undefeated, plays Capitol Hill, which are 2 good teams, but the interesting thing about it is that, and this is boys soccer, is that the Capitol Hill coach, Steve Scott, who really brought that program, another school that has very little athletic success, brought the program up to a really good level, left there last year to go to Chickasha. So this will be his first time back playing a team of kids he pulled out of the hallways and turned into soccer players. And then on Friday, I mean, you have the game of the year in girls soccer. It's just what we were talking about, Edmond North and Tulsa Union here in Edmond. So it's on this side of the state. It's at 6 o'clock at Edmond North, so that's going to be a good one too.
All right. Well, Justin, we appreciate your expertise. Thanks for watching the High School Huddle. We'll be back next week as we continue to provide the best high school coverage in the state.
Let's see it.